to another live. I said I was going to be back for another one, and I am. I am. So we're going to start off with this beautiful reading that I have. You guys have been on my mind all day long. Like I said, the energy is cleared. It's been cleared for days because I've just been in quiet and in meditation and getting these downloads and trying to understand you guys as a collective. Because my collective is a bit different. When I first started doing these cards, I was like, I don't know, I was kind of blown away. I'm like, man, am I like reading like dark stuff? Like, man, why do I always keep getting these dark cards? But then as time began to grow on, as I began to grow as a therapist and as I began to grow as a reader, I realized I help heal emotional wounds. So that's what I do. So if you are a person who's had a lot of emotional wounds and they've not been tended to before, this is probably why you're being led here to these readings. But nonetheless, I will plow ahead and I will keep making these readings and I will keep posting them no matter how many people look at it, how many people view it, no matter who comments, no matter who responds. I kind of already have an idea that with the content that I'm creating, unless you guys start moving differently, you probably won't like what you're hearing. And that's fair. Fair enough. We're going to be pulling some shadow stuff today. I got my shadow deck. So we're going to read light and we're going to read dark. I love this deck. I use this quite a bit. I have 2 or 3 shadow decks, but this is amazing. So if you want to invest in that, you can. It was given to me as a gift and I absolutely love it. So the first card that's out in the middle the first card is represents the problem. The problem is up here up top. This is the first card. So your problem is community, being of service. Maybe you tend to overgive. Maybe you don't know when to stop giving to certain people in a community. This could be at work. This could be with friends. This could be with family. But the problem here, the first problem that's coming out here, which is this one, is that you're overgiving. Maybe there's a need to, or maybe not even overgiving. I'm going to assume it's overgiving. I'm going to pull some cards. Let's pull some shadow. Ask for clarity and protection over this reading, and may it reach the ears it needs to reach and the hearts. May the viewer and the listeners be protected as well as myself. And may no harm come across any timelines, across any dimensions to anyone, any place. In Jesus' name, amen. So this overgiving that you're doing is because it's closing off your options. So think about it like this. You're giving too many yeses to things that you need to be saying no to. So ask yourself, what am I saying yes to that I need to say no to? Because it's coming up here. It's like now you don't have any choices. It feels like now you feel like you don't have any choices. Hello. Thank you for the happy early birthday. Whose early birthday? It's his birthday. It's also our birthday. Oh, happy birthday to you. Happy early birthday to you. Happy early birthday to you. So yeah. Aries season, right? Maybe some overgiving, like I said. Tell me more about this community service. Oh yeah. Okay, so for whoever you are in this collective, this overgiving or this giving, this being of service, always being available to people, what it's caused you to do is it's caused you to not have any options anymore. And now the direction in which you want to go, maybe perhaps it looks like there's a stagnancy, like you don't know which direction to move. And that happens when you get depleted, right? So maybe there's a way, and we'll get more into it, but I'm kind of feeling there could have been some ways that you victimize yourself, over giving, crossing your own time boundaries, crossing your own material boundaries. Time boundaries is when you're saying yes to things that you need to say no to. This could be a person, this could be TV, this could be anything. So let's say you value going to the gym, or just say you value health. Let's say you value washing your car, hell, washing your hair, but you're not making time to do what you need to do for yourself. You're making time for others. That could cause you to be stagnant, right? So we'll get more into what it is that you're doing. The problem, the problem, the problem, the problem. Yes, it's causing an imbalance. And this is an internal imbalance. If you don't fix this, you see these twos, you get the two of crystals and the two of bones. So this is coming up as halting your direction in life and where you're going, your path. And also it's halting your actual material possessions, your money, your your things that you actually tangibly have. This could be your home. This could be your car. This could be anything that you physically can touch, that you physically have to make happen in the reality. This is time, effort, money. And so because it's in reverse, this is a complete imbalance. So I could see why this is coming up as a problem for you. And this does not cause you to have success. And this is probably due to you lacking, I shouldn't say lacking. Maybe there's a need for you to tap into your intuition, which is why you're here, right? To like turn on the third eye, to become unblind. Okay. So that's the problem. Tell me more about this problem. Is a problem? Are you having a hard time believing readers or something? Or a hard time believing in readings? Is that what it is? This is coming up as a problem for you? Readings are coming up, tarot readings are coming up as a problem for you? You're personalizing. Okay. Because, okay. So whoever this is, and this is why I said I don't know who's going to watch my videos. Because people who personalize don't like to hear about themselves. They just genuinely don't. And a tarot reader, a reading is going to tell you about yourself, and that can be very hard to hear. But that's going to happen in therapy. That's going to happen in prayer. Anytime you do uncovering, you're going to have to see yourself. And is that personal? No shit, Sherlock. Yes, it's personal, but you don't have to personalize it in a negative way. And in this way, it's coming up negative. If you don't understand what I mean, press pause the reading, come back and listen to it. Go Google defense mechanism personalization. Figure out what personalization is. Take that definition to your therapist or to somebody who understands mental health and say, help me break this down. Am I doing that? And then when you figure out that you're doing it, because everybody does it. But when you figure out, when you finally are humble and able to admit that you're doing it, maybe you'll come back and get these readings and kind of understand something. But the personalization, you are supposed to take it personal, but the way you're doing it is coming up narcissistic. It's coming up, well, that's not me. It is you. Everyone does it. Everyone does it. Someone's doing it right now when they're personalizing. Yes? Okay. I said what I said, and I don't care. Right. You have to take the student position now. You may be a doctor. You may be a lawyer. You may be smart. That doesn't mean that you're emotionally intelligent. Intelligence does not equal emotional intelligence. Just because you can take a test and you can remember and retain information and you have that kind of knowledge doesn't mean that you have all knowledge. That's not wisdom. You have to be humble, okay? Whoever you are, take a humble approach to life. You're a student. Everyone has to take that approach. The man who thinks he knows everything knows nothing at all. Everyone knows the smartest person in the room is the one who knows that he don't know nothing. That's why I'm like, I don't know. I tell my 7-year-old all the time, I don't know everything. How often do you tell your children or tell people, I don't know? I really don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And then sit with that, right? Ooh, you could be minimizing, right? It's not that serious. Maybe you're not taking readings and personalization, this kind of stuff. It's not that serious. Maybe Maybe you don't take learning that serious, like learning about mindfulness, learning about the occult, learning about different things. Maybe you minimize these type of things. Maybe that's your personality to do so. Another defense mechanism. Go Google that since you're so smart. Go ask ChatGPT what minimizing is and how people do it on a daily basis. And then figure out, have you been doing that? Have you been minimizing? And if you can't handle my readings, come back and listen to them in parts. Take it in pieces. Maybe you can't hear it all at one time. Maybe that's hard for your ego. I know it's hard for my ego at first when I was having to hear by myself. Ooh, Chariot. So another problem is your move very stealthy, right? You coming up with this very stealthy energy. So maybe you're doing things of service, right? I feel like you're doing things of service, but it's coming across very inconspicuous, like very, like people, like no one sees it coming. Oh yeah. Okay, you see this as a problem. You, whoever you are, so maybe you're at this point, maybe you haven't listened to readings. Maybe you have been growing up because it's coming up like you're trying to end whatever that is, like over giving, being of service, because it's causing is you see how much it's caused you to not be able to go after what it is that you want. How much it's hindered your passions, your your actual, so maybe it's actually injured you. Maybe you've actually physically got hurt. Maybe people actually have gotten hurt. It looks like there's a rebirth. Yeah, it was a lot of, this has caused you a lot of brokenness, this overgiving. Whoever you are, I think you've been giving, but it's not actually giving. So we're gonna find out what you've been doing. But whatever you've been doing, the service that you've been doing to people that you think you're giving, it's actually not been giving. And I think you know that. It's probably why you're here. And you've been minimizing things. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, come sit in a student position, whoever you are. Come be a student. Come sit down. Don't be a know-it-all. Don't be a know-it-all. Learn something. If you're not a know-it-all and that's hurting your feelings, then you're a know-it-all. If that's not hurting your feelings, then you're not know-it-all. It's very simple. It's projection. Okay. Hello. So, you're opening your third eye. Oh my God, finally. You're trying to open your stuff up. Thank you. Maybe you are listening to readings. Thank you. Are you finally listening? Whoever you are you finally catching the points? Oh my God. Yeah, I'm finally seeing some movement with this collective. Oh, somebody's listening. That's good. All right, let's go into the second power. This is what you can change. Oh my God, what you can change. No crap. You can actually create. So what you can actually change is what you can create. I agree. No, yeah, me and Spirit are in complete agreement with this one. You can't change other people. You can only change yourself. I have a sign on my wall right here. And I bought that sign. I don't want to move my screen, but it's a sign that says things you can control, things I can't control. And I remember putting this up in this room because there was a person who was very near and dear to me. And I really love that being there so that they could focus on the things that they could control, and maybe they could focus on what they could create and create their way out of negative thinking patterns. But let's see what Spirit's talking about. Come on, Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit, activate. What can you change? What do I want? What do I want? Which deck do I want? I want to go to my Barbie deck. Something about the way you move. Came in reverse. It doesn't mean dancing per se. It could be. maybe this is a chance, an opportunity for those of you who are dancers. Maybe haven't been dancing or moving your body very much. This is an opportunity for you to do that. So maybe creating more dance routines, things like that, if that's your jam. But I also see like creating a new way to move in general, like the way you move through life, the way you talk to people, the way you act, the way you behave, the way you show up, your presence. For those of you who this applies to, maybe you're creative. Maybe you like creating things that you can make, right? Maybe you're into holistic practices where you make your own things, your own juices. Maybe you do your own things like this. Maybe you make your own. Maybe make your own waters. Some people make their own fruit waters. Maybe you make your own tonics. So maybe start creating more things like that. Maybe you're a fashion person. Maybe you like to sketch art. Maybe you like to dress. Maybe you like fashion, Maybe you're a fashion person. So maybe create more different styles, different looks. Ooh. For whoever this applies to, maybe you're creative. Maybe you like to create video games. Maybe you are into tech. I'm hearing cybersecurity for some of you guys. Maybe you're creating your own companies. Maybe there's entrepreneurs in here. Maybe these are companies that you're creating. Ooh, yeah. Maybe creating more friendships. Something about the groupies. Let's find out what's these groupies. I always be careful when I see the groupies. When I see the Barbies and the Rockettes, I be like, what's going on with these hoes? Oh. Oh my goodness. Your spirit team is direct. You can create more tower moments for these hoes, whoever you are. Stop giving. I'll make it in a second, okay? I'll make it when I'm done with the live.
No, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
So you can make it.
Okay.
Now, what is that kind of soda?
It's not for you.
It's not for kids?
Mm-mm.
I wish I had a Lego man.
Okay. There's some in your room.
In
the garage.
I need some Lego figures.
I don't know where they are. I bought you some, but you lose them.
Oh, yeah. I remember that time when you was with your friend.
Mm-hmm.
Then I lost them.
Yeah.
When it was my birthday, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, it's for my birthday.
Okay, Papa. So these Rockettes, these little women's, maybe perhaps it looks like there's like a setup, right? So creating this is very straight to the point. So you're being asked to stop creating drama for yourself. Stop creating terror moments. Stop creating situations where somebody has to chase you. Because you having people chase you just leaves you in a wheel of fortune in reverse. This is not beneficial to you at all. It's going to have people talking about you, and they're going to be spreading your karma. I don't want to say spreading your business because I think people don't understand what that means. They're going to be spreading your karma, meaning all the shit that you did or didn't do. And look, can your business all out in the street, then everybody know your business? Everybody will know, you know what I'm saying? This is no good for you. So instead, you're being asked to manifest with your words, your feelings, your behaviors, your actions. You're being asked to stop giving to that type of situation, to these, what is this called? This is called a, what kind of harem? It's called a, humiliation harem. So these girls, they do humiliation rituals, right? Oh, Gaston, he's so great. Oh, so amazing. This is just feeding the ego. Because when it's all done, these same girls, this is all they do. They get on the phone, they tell your business, tell all your karma to everybody, right? Because they're so obsessed. They're not really obsessed with you. They just like your energy. These are also vampires as well. If you've been being a vampire, this is because you've been around like-minded people. So you've been asked to stop doing that, right? The Magician, the first card after the Fool card. Put your focus, your words, your thoughts, your actions, your abilities towards not offering this mothering, caring energy to the wrong people, because this ego that they're giving you, like this, oh my god, you're so awesome, you're so amazing, you're so creative. Maybe they compliment all your creativity, maybe they like how you show up, right? And so there is a misguided attachment to that. So you're being asked to drop that and give and take in an equal way. Like, where are you giving your resources to? Where are you giving your time, your money, your love, your body? Like, where are you giving this to? Doesn't like you're having very much fun. This doesn't seem like these are fun moments, guys. People talking about your business and spreading your gossip around, spreading your karma around. You like that? Was that fun for you? Do you feel better about yourself? Dr. Phil used to always ask this question. How is that working for you? People get so mad at that question. I don't know why. It's a good question. I thought it was a wonderful question. When he asked it, I was like, wow, that is a good question. How is that working for me? It ain't working at all. Okay. Let's move on along to this is what I can change or do. What can you change or do? There's a need for you to manifest through daydreaming. Whoever you are a powerful manifester. See? Moon energy, which is how you got caught up in the illusion. I know how you got caught up in illusion. You probably got Pisces in your chart. Moon energy. Check your Jupiter placement. Check your Mercury placement. Check your chart, your birth chart for Pisces. If you're new to tarot, go figure out what that is. I'm not backtracking. Go to new people who teach that. I don't teach the new stuff. Pisces. Just check your birth chart and see if it's Pisces in there. If it is, illusions. You can lie to yourself very easily. That's what that means. People say illusions is a very fancy word. Liar. You lie to yourself. You lie to yourself and everybody else. It means you gaslight yourself. Very nice way to say it. You could be having illusions. No, you lie to yourself. That's why I like the Mean Girls deck. Just say it the mean way. Illusions. See? And because of these illusions, this leads you to have an outdated thinking. So, okay. This is what I can change. What you need to change is this outdating backwards thinking. Do you remember this part of the movie where they're like, you gotta, unalive all the, the guys and the homosexuals and the Jew, you know what I'm saying? Do you remember that part of the movie? Like, I'm not gonna repeat it because I want YouTube to ban me, but that's outdated backwards thinking. I don't even want to say the group, but it's a certain group of people in our country that separates themselves from the rest of everybody else, and they have these really strong beliefs. Right? And that's what they were picking at in the movie, is obviously originalization and parody. But it's coming up here for a reason, because maybe you had this idea of how things are supposed to be. And maybe there's a need to see. Maybe there's a need. I feel like, Oh, yeah. Ooh. Oh. You didn't want to be taught something by somebody. Maybe you're older, or maybe your person's older, but maybe there's a need for you to listen to an older person. Maybe you have a mother figure or someone in your life that was trying to teach you. Maybe this is a romantic partner or a friend or a family member. Take that how it resonates for each one of y'all, and the collective is going to resonate differently. But there is a need to listen to this person who's more mature, because they're a teacher. Something about an illusion that they were trying to show you, because it's coming up here as a teacher trying to teach about this outward dating, backdated thinking. Look, I'm gonna move everything over. Let's move this all over. I'm gonna keep this here though, because I really want you to see that. Let's move this camera over here. Look at this, guys. Move the camera over. Being on live, right? Look at that. So there's a dream, a daydream, a fantasy, an idea about how you felt about a home, because it's something that you're supposed to change. So your ideal space, whatever, and this could be about, and I'm picking up vacation too. I'm feeling, because this reminds me of a vacation that I took, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is definitely giving that vibe. This is giving me like penthouse energy. Just maybe about how a home should be. Maybe you had an idea about this beautiful home. Maybe you were gonna buy a home. Maybe you're gonna move into this home with this person. Maybe it's gonna be a family member. Maybe you're in somewhere about to buy a house, or thinking about moving into a space. Because something is uncovered now. What's uncovered about this? Oh, somebody see you. Or you see somebody. Yeah, a hand is shown. Someone sees a hand. Tell me more, Spirit. Didn't I say it? Didn't I say it? And this came out earlier. Didn't I say it? Whoever watched that reading earlier today, that live earlier, didn't I say it? It's going to come out. Whoever, the live earlier from today, when it finally posts, this came out. Well, not the soulmate card, but the shadow work. So this, okay. What you need to change? Your outdated thinking. See, whatever it is that you're thinking, and I'm going to find out more. I'm going to find out exactly. I'm going to get real nosy today. I'm going to stay on here for a little bit. I'm going to get real nosy today since I'm doing a whole spread. This relationship, and I knew it was a relationship. Take it as it resonates. For those of you who this is like not a romantic partner, this is your child. This could be a soul, like your child coming up as a soulmate, because my child comes as a soulmate for me too, as a bond. The Two of Cups a lot. So this could be just a very strong bond with somebody. But for the rest of y'all, this is definitely your partner, your relationship, your marriage, your whoever. Take this as it resonates for you though. But this is, you know who it is. For a lot of you, it's going to be same sex. For a lot of you, this is going to be same sex. Maybe this relationship caused you to have to do your shadow work. Oh, yeah. I feel like when it says show, you're showing your hand, like your hand is showing something that you did and something that is seen now. There's something, action was I said was seen. Yeah, action was seen, was saw. Action was seen. Somebody's mature and has let it okay. So in this relationship currently, the shadow work that's going on, someone has let it go to rest. There's a feminine energy just let it go to rest. This could be you, or this could be your person, but they've let the relationship go to rest. They've given their offerings, right, and they've just put it to rest, and that has left this all the work and time and energy and effort that was put into this, it seems like it was just for naught. Is nothing. There's nothing to be gained here. The teamwork, the collaboration that was supposed to go on to create beautiful, just beautiful things, right? Beautiful times, beautiful experiences, beautiful memories, more money, more abundance. That's not happening anymore. And maybe perhaps you don't have anything to say, or your person doesn't have anything to say. Because it's coming up here as the Nine of Crystals. There's whatever's in your head and whatever you want to talk about, your shadow. And I like these cards as a shadow work. So these are light, right? We said we're doing shadow work, right? So I got you some shadow cards. Your shadow, which is your darker side of yourself. So the person who's been doing all this, you're my collective, you know you've been in bullshit, okay? So maybe your shadow doesn't have much to say right now. What are you talking about? Alright. Dikara shokoroso. Anyway, 9 of crystals in reverse. Like I said, it's just saying that whatever it is that you want to say, or they want to say, there's no communication going on right now, and that's very hard because it's coming up in the head, right? It's coming up in the head as a heavy burden that you're trying, either you let go or they let go of. I'm feeling like your person let go of it, honestly. But I'm going to find out some more. Spirit, tell me more about this burden, these thoughts that have been plaguing. I feel like this is just, yeah, this is yours. Yeah. You could have laid it to rest, or you both could have just laid it to rest. Something's just been laid to rest in general. But nonetheless, there's just hurt here. And it's a lot of hurt. And it seems like it's self-inflicted. There could have been actual real, for those of you who take this as it resonates, this could have been actual physical altercations involved. It could have gotten physical. They could have gotten physical. You could have gotten physical. You both could have gotten physical. Yeah. Oof. Maybe there is a bit of somebody was maybe foolishly speaking, right? Maybe you're speaking not from a good headspace. Maybe y'all didn't have your heads together. Maybe you didn't have your head together. I feel like, again, this is your reading. I keep saying y'all because I'm not trying to just blame you for everything. That's just the therapist in me. But this is your reading. So maybe perhaps, you were saying some things from a space that they didn't even, maybe you didn't even know, right? Maybe you didn't even know where this is coming from. Or maybe you did have awareness it was coming from. Maybe you didn't know what was speaking out of your mouth. Maybe something or someone was coming out of your mouth. Maybe you felt like you were possessed at the time. Maybe, to a degree. I would say not possession like in the way we see it on TV, but see, and then the tower. I feel like whoever you are, you're trying to rebuild the towers in reverse. So whatever happens already happened, right? Because you weren't able to reap a harvest from it. You weren't able to get what you wanted from it. And now I don't know if this is your person. Look like this is your person. There's no sexy time happening at all. They not your sexy bae no more. If they y'all used to get it in good too. Ooh, y'all used to get it in good. Damn. I guess you ain't getting none of that no more. Does that got you sick? Oh my God. Oh my God. Look, my man's is sick. You don't even want to think about it. I'm sorry. For those of you who have been intimate with this person or have wanted to be intimate with this person, I think you don't even want to think about that right now. Yeah. Yeah, you don't even want to think about it. I'm so sorry. I'm not laughing at you. I'm so sorry. If you know me for real in real life, you know I be laughing for real. I'm not laughing at you. I'm just I got dark humor. I can't help it. It's not funny, but Jesus, you really like that? You really liked her, huh? Or him or her take it as a resonate? You really liked your, you really liked it. Oh, not you hurting. I'm not laughing at you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not funny. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. That was your bae, huh? You really like that thing, not the sun. They made you smell. No one. I wouldn't think about it either. Look at because thinking about sexy time with them. I guess since the breakup and separation, this is where you at with it. Got your head in complete shambles. Oh my goodness. Maybe the thought of them being with somebody else is just not, maybe that hurt your heart. Lord have mercy. Listen, if you new to the room, tap the screen. I'm growing, share the live, like it, do something. Let me know that you like something. Say something for it. Jesus, Lord. I'm having a great time with y'all reading. I don't know how y'all feel about y'all reading, but Jesus, y'all business is hilarious to me. Not in a good way like that. Like, like this is okay. 5 of Cups. Yeah. So the shadow work that you're having to do, we're gonna keep working on it. I'm gonna keep piling through your spread. But I definitely see that you want to come out of this. You're coming out of this regret energy. This woe is me. This man, you must have been going crazy on the inside, bro. This breakup must have really did a number on you. Look at this. You were crying. You were trying to hold yourself together, trying to hold on to people who don't serve you. Wow, that's crazy. At one time, you were holding on to people who didn't love you, who didn't serve you, who didn't have anything to give you, instead of focusing on the people who did love you and who did have something to give you. But now you're coming out of that energy and you're wanting to focus more on that. And you're being stingy at one point. Maybe you're hoarding your energy, holding your time, holding your money. Maybe you're holding back from this person and you're coming out of this energy of wanting to hold back. All right, let's move on along, y'all. We're going to go into what other alternatives are open to you. This came out earlier. For those of you who've been watching my live, you already know individuality. This keeps coming out, individuality. You're being called to be an individual. My ears are popping. I'm going off and going crazy. Okay. Oh my God. So many signs. So many synchronicities. Oh my goodness. Where's my little stick? There we go. All right. My eyes being called to immediately all the things that make her eccentric. Her hair, her clothes, her purse. Again, whether you're masculine or feminine, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. I think you've been hiding yourself. And we say individual. This person doesn't think they don't think like an individual. If you have these strongly beliefs about what people should do and shouldn't be doing, if you use a lot of should statements, that's the opposite of individuality. That's the opposite of that. Okay?
Mom, can I watch Car Crash?
No.
Okay.
Okay, and the Chariot card again, there's a need for you to release that sneaky, stealthy energy. I think that's that shadow side, right? So you have some very strong, powerful energy where you are able to go and get what it is that you want, when you want it, and how you want it. You have this very, very, again, stealthy energy. Whoever you are, you move without a trace. Yeah. And you're kind of slowing that down, whatever that is, whatever that sneaky energy is. And I'm calling it sneaky, but it's more stealthy. I don't want to say sneaky, it's more stealthy. Because our shadows are not bad, you know? You don't need to always let people know what you're doing. So this is not bad. But you are being called to step into power. Not just any type of power, divine masculine energy. So whether you're a female or whether you're a male, that would not be important. That doesn't matter. Whether you're female or male is not, it's neither here nor there. Cascadia. Yeah, I know, right? Whatever term fits you better. But yes, you know, whatever it is, that's standing into your ultimate power. This is being able to take up space in a room, divine masculine energy, without having to be overbearing. This is not toxic masculinity. This is Cosby Show dad, not the real Bill Cosby, for those of you who believe in whatever they say on TV. But this is like, this is being able to know your worth, know your value. This person understands femininity. They understand masculinity. They know how to rule. They're the god of war. They know how to bring war, but they also know how to bring peace. They don't start a war, but they damn sure will finish it. You see everything, whoever you are. That's what makes you so stealthy. You're so stealthy because you see everything. Damn, you see everything. You could be, Spirit got onto me with this earlier because this card keeps coming out, but whoever this collective is a lot of collective of Puerto Rican, Mexican, Hispanic, Black, Brown, Indigenous, and may have some Asians. You're not you're of, you have origins in a land, whoever you are. When you're not in your individuality, see, I knew this. Whoever you are, I think you think you're being an individual. I think you've been blinded to that. But I think now, through these readings and through whatever you've been going through, I think now you're seeing that you've actually been a follower instead of being an individual. And that's okay. I've been there too before. I've been in Christianity before. I've been in things like that before. You are actually a leader, but when you're not stepping in that, when you're not moving like that, that makes you a follower. When you're listening, when you should do this and should do that. Anytime there's a whole bunch of should statements that come out of your mouth, you are a follower because you're not following your own rules. You're following somebody else's. You're creating expectations and standards for others that come from God knows where. But if you don't believe me, you can go and figure that out for yourself. All right. And again, why is this important? Why is this coming up as a problem? Because when we don't stand as an individual, right? That's self-infliction. That's you abandoning yourself. People don't understand how they get in anxiety and depression. It's because you keep abandoning yourself for everyone else's values. When we abandon our own self, which Yeshua tells us not to do that. That's why they crucified him, because they didn't want him. They wanted them to follow what they said. And he said, no, that would be me inflicting myself. Why would I cause harm on myself like that? Why would I do that? Why would I hurt myself like that? That's stupid. That will cause me to have injustice. So no, I will not be a follower of you. I will stand up and do what I, as an individual. They did not like him for that. They said, go, you got to go today. All right. For those of you who believe in the story, right? All right. Take it as it resonates. All right. Number 5, how things will progress. So I don't particularly do futuristic readings, right? So I can't tell you how your future is going to land out. That's between you and God. But what I can tell you is that where you're heading, your intentions, like the energy that you're putting out to the universe, right? Whatever man sows, so shall he reap, whatever you're going to get back. Right now, if you're in an energy, and this came out twice, this is justice. You keep having this justice card, right? This means you're in karmic energy. Uh-oh. People don't like that word. Like I said, I don't know who's going to watch my lives. People don't want to hear that shit. You're in karmic energy. You have karmic debt. What does that mean, karmic debt? That means that you have not been having good access to your prefrontal cortex. If you don't like the spiritual words, if you like the psychology words, That means that you're catastrophizing, minimizing, magnifying, black and white, blaming. Go look up cognitive distortions. Type it into ChatGPT, type it into Google, and then you're like, holy shit, I do that. Yeah, of course you do it. Stop being arrogant. You do. And if you're able to admit that you did that and you do that, what would that mean? That means you're in karmic debt. No shit, Sherlock. You got to pay for that shit. You think you thought you can just, you thought you can just blame, you thought you just minimize, you thought you just black and white and there's no repercussions? Oh, where it say that where it say that? Where that's written at? Remember you got all these should statements, right? you like shoulds, right? Where they say that at? Well, spiritual law, God's law say there's some shoulds. So you should not black and white think, because let's talk about what that is. There's no gray areas. It's just and or. Well, the universe don't work like that. So you going against natural law. What people don't understand is when they're in doing defense mechanisms, when they're in cognitive distortions, you're going against spiritual law. Oh shit, did she just say that I've been breaking spiritual law? Yes, you have. I'm sorry to break that to you. You've been breaking spiritual laws. And if you've been doing it habitually with no I'm sorry behind it within the next few hours or days to reduce the karmic debt of that, and you just don't apologize to people, you just like, it'll be all right. I gaslit them a little bit, but you know. That's not how that works, boo. Boo boo. Who need to hear that? That's not how that works, sweet pea. No, no. Shadow work doesn't work where you just apologize behind closed doors with God and you just pray. That's the Catholic way, right? Where you go to the priest behind closed doors and you just say your prayer. How did that work for them? How is that working for them? It's not working. Why are they taking Prozac? It's not working. It's never going to work. That's satanic. That goes against everything that Christ was talking about. Hindu, Muslim, Buddhist, no matter which religion that you're talking about, it goes against that. That's not good shadow. It's not inner child healing. You're in bullshit. Stop it. Stop lying to yourselves. Stop it. It's just self-injurious at this point. If you are doing cognitive distortions, again, if you don't know that word, go look it up. We're in the age of Aquarius. Stop waiting for people to tell you shit. Stop it. Go look up cognitive distortions and find out, highlight with a highlighter, which ones that you're doing, because those are the ones that keep getting your ass hurt and in karmic debt. Stop being hard-headed. You don't know everything. Neither do I. But I know something. I know that mental filtering. I know what that gets you. That's when you focus on the negative. Let's give an example of mental filtering for y'all who don't understand what mental filtering is. Let's say you have a job, right? And you have to turn in some work to your boss. And your boss says, great job for turning your work. I love the project. Hey, next time, can you get it in like a day or two earlier? And you walk away from that saying, well, they think I'm lazy. I don't, that, tell me I get in early, blah, blah, blah. That's you focusing on the negative and ignoring the positives. And if you've ever done that, even once, and you're not aware of it, and you keep doing it, even twice, and you keep doing it, even, you know what I'm saying? It's going to keep happening. How do you know to stop doing it? So people have years of black and white thinking that's so normal, they don't know they're doing it. They have years of mental filter. How about discounting the positives? How about people who say, you're so pretty? Yeah, I didn't get my toes done. Oh, I love your car. Yeah, but it's dirty. How many of y'all get a compliment and go, oh, your kids are so well behaved, girl, they bad. That's called discounting the positives, and you putting spells on yourself. And you wonder why you here? Get out of my face with that. Stop playing. But you want to sit here in a daydream and act like everything cool in an illusion? I'm popping your bubble. Pop. You like bubble? For people who like the bubble pop challenge, I'm popping your bubble right now. Pop. Here you go. You're in bullshit. And you know you have. You've been tired moments. People been talking about you behind your back. You've been spending your time with peoples and stuff. So how can we progress forward? Because they done got their fuss on that for the day. Solitude. Solitude. Spending time by yourself. Maybe you've been having a hard time sleeping, whoever you are. Not you up on them dating apps. I done told you you're not going to find what you're looking for in them dating apps. If you are on the dating apps, for you are just swiping left and swiping right because you can't sleep, let me tell you what you're doing. You're trying to avoid your karma, and you're not. This is your karma. Your karma is to go sit the fuck down and read. Get out of people's face. Get out of people's DMs. Stop playing with yourself. Shadow. Because it's not working. You're not going to get what you want like that. All you're doing is trying to find another person to suck from energetically. And you're being weak-minded. Acting like you can't do it. Like you need alcohol or a substance to get through it. But whoever I'm talking to, I know for a fact you come off like you're a leader, like you know everything, like you got it together, and you don't. Lies. Because you don't even know, because you're not speaking your truth when you need to speak it. And whoever, clean up your space if you need to clean up. You have a beautiful heart, though. You just don't know who to give it to. You've been giving it to the wrong energy. And this comes up in my readings all the time. My collectives, sometimes I'll get into your energy and I'll cry so hard because I see how beautiful you guys are. Like, I can truly feel the beautiful energy. Like, y'all are so freaking sweet. The good side of y'all, man, that light side is so amazing. Oh, like, I know why God's like going hard in the paint for you guys to wake up, because you're so freaking crazy sweet and kind and loving. Look at this. Look at your shadow. Oh my gosh. Like, it's just heart, Like, you have your heart in your hand. Now, in the reverse, it'll be awful. Like, you can break someone's heart. You are definitely a heartbreaker. But you easily can get someone's heart. You're very sweet. And you can literally manifest anything. So you're a sweetheart who can manifest anything. But then you be lying, bro. But you don't be being honest about your shit. You're not being honest about who you are. You're holding back because you don't trust people, and that's the problem. You can only trust people at a level that you're willing to trust yourself. So if you don't trust other people, it's because you don't trust you. People don't understand what that means, but you have to go to therapy to uncover what that is. Like, that's going to sound like a saying or colloquialism when I say it. Like, you don't trust people and you don't trust yourself. I know what that sounds like, but just because you haven't done the fucking work, so it sounds like a colloquialism. So looking at somebody with abs sounds like, oh, it's easy for you to say you got abs because you're looking at them have abs. Yeah, I got abs. It looks like it's easy for me to have abs until you see me doing what I do to get them. 9 of Daggers. So emotional intelligence takes work, guys. This hasn't been working for you. It's been causing a lot of self-injury. These things that you've been saying, the snippy sarcasm, comebacks, all that shit that you be tossing, that just come back to you. You think it goes to other people, but it actually comes back to you because energy don't lie. It can't be created or destroyed. They told us that already. For those of you who like, I don't believe in tarot, but I do believe in science. Then Albert Einstein already told you there's quantum entanglement, physics. You believe in string theory. This is string theory. You're looking at string theory right now for my nerds in here. Stop playing with yourself. Stop lying to yourself like you can just do things. It's not going to come back. It is, whether that's today, tomorrow, next year, 5 years, 5 months, 5 hours. Who knows? I don't know. Because it's going to resonate differently for everybody. Depends on what kind of swords you're throwing out. Depends on what kind of jabs you're giving, right? Thank you. Please let go of the devil. The devil's not actually the devil, like with horns. This is your codependencies, your attachments, drinking, drug use, sex, murder, mayhem, or, unalive, and that stuff. Just stuff. Stuff that's shadowy, telling white lies, lying by omissions. Yo, I've definitely had people who do this. When people who lie by omission, that's their favorite thing. I told you the truth. No, you didn't tell me the truth. What you did, you told me the parts that you wanted me to know, and you left out the parts that you knew would change how I saw the narrative. That's called controlling the narrative. That's demonic. That's devilish. That's evil. And if you don't like those words, then that's personality disorder. Oh, who don't like that word either? Damn, all these words fucking y'all up because they're not good words. I can't change the words for you. Yeah, good. Lay down that sword. Yeah. All right. You have a lot to think about. Spirit said we're going to end it here. You have a lot in your head. I gave you a lot of I gave you a lot of wisdom. I gave you a lot of crystals. Sit on this, play it back, stomach it, go back to look at some of my readings, see if any of that resonates with you. Oh, wow. Wow. For those of you who are already in therapy, good job. Continue to seek therapy, continue to seek guidance. And then you already know that half of that don't even apply to you. For those who are in therapy, y'all know it doesn't apply to you. Then get in the comments and tell people that therapy's been working for you, right? For those of you who are not in therapy, who don't, and when I say therapy, this could be from your pastor, somebody with professional training. My group, y'all not like everybody else. Y'all are not like everyone else. Y'all actually need mental health help. Some people, they can, they need like a mentor here and there, a coach. Nah, not y'all. Y'all actually got trauma. Whoever my group is, y'all done been through some shit. And y'all need to go talk and unpack that. Art therapy. I'm an expression therapist. Go find an expression therapist. If you don't like sitting on the couch and just boohooing, which everybody ain't like that. And therapy's not like this. I almost hate this depiction. My therapy's fun. We do art, we do music, we do everything in there, right? Find an expressive art therapist if you are creative. You clearly are creative, right? Find someone like me who's going to do art with you, who's going to do music with you, who's going to do cinema therapy with you, who's going to do different types of modalities. Therapy doesn't have to be boring. Okay, there's different people out here. Clearly, I'm doing tarot. There's other options. It doesn't have to be boring, okay? But you have something to think about. So find your perfect person. Find your perfect thing. Spirit's leading you, led you here, so it's going to lead you to a provider. Now, if you're in Georgia and you want a provider, I'm taking class. Yeah, I'm taking class right now. I'm just I have a new one that I'm starting on Monday. I think I'll take 2 more right now. If you're in Georgia, that's what's up. You can go on my BetterHelp. If you have insurance, you got to go through Headway. If you don't have insurance, then it's BetterHelp. But yeah, do your thing, girl. And by the way, you don't have to. This is not a shameless plug. I have a full caseload. I don't need no more damn clients. This is not me trying to find no damn clients. I have more than I damn need. I have too many actually. So, I have a lot. So this is just like, just telling you, get help from anybody. It doesn't have to be me. I don't have to be the person that helps you. And when you do find your provider, whoever it is, like, let's say you're like, I'm just going to trust the process and just find a provider. Here's a key word. Say, I want to talk about attachment styles. Okay. Say, I want some healing on attachments. And maybe that'll give you some good segue into that. Yeah. Attachment styles. Yeah. You know it. Whoever you are, this reading is for you. I love you, though. If you knew me for real as a real person, I say all this. I be snapping off, but I love y'all, like, for real. Like, I love just as hard as I snap. All right. Go explore. Bye, guys. I'll be back on later again. I got some more. I got some more. I got some more stuff I got to talk to you about. I think we're going to do, like, a session from the ebook. Yeah, I'm going to do a session from the ebook. I think I'm going to do, I did a monthly check-in with you guys last time, so I think I'm going to do another spread. Yeah, like helping you guys uncover your wounds. Oh, yeah. Let's do a wound spread. I think that's like the 3rd one. Yeah, let's do a wound spread. We'll do a wound spread. We'll be back. Okay, talk to you later.